and welcome to Follow Uno Road. And my name is Jumake Ogunswada. And with me today, I have a man who is full of experience and wisdom. But before we get to that, we all know that Follow Uno Road is a platform where you get to hear your challenge and questions in every area of life. And who best to do justice to that than our very own practical practitioner. Now, please help me welcome him. Welcome, sir. Please introduce yourself to the audience, sir.
Thank you, Olajumake. Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure being here. Just like earlier said, I am practical practitioner, Oluwatoyin Adesuji. It's my pleasure being here.
You're very, very welcome. Now you've heard from him, and today we have a very deep topic, and it is followership is the ultimate. Now we all know people talk about leadership, but to hear that followership is the ultimate, I mean, that is deep. And we're going to ask some questions today. So if you have questions you want to ask, or you have a whole lot you want to learn about being a follower, this is the right spot for you. So please get your pad, get your pen, and start writing down. So I'm going to start with the questions of the day. And the first one is, Sarah, who is a follower? What does it take to be a follower? And what are the criteria of being a follower?
Awesome question. A follower means the act of following a leader. Very simple. I emphasize. Followership means the act of following a leader, or the behavior of people who follows a leader. All in all, followership is superior to leadership. How do I mean? If you have the thorough understanding of the art of life, I mean ART, you require agree with me, out of 100 beings, there's tendency for you to have just only one who is a potential leader. And this one personality is expected of him to impart the spirit of leadership into the remaining 99. But here is the bitter truth. Out of this 29, it will be a shock that hardly will you be able to find 5 or maximum 10 that will actually receive the invitation. But why? Because most of them do not have a thorough understanding that followership is the ultimate. So in most cases whereby we do point accusing figures to leaders, it's not actually their fault. Because when you lack followership, I mean spirited one, that is nothing but a killer of a leader original intention. The relationship between a leader and his follower is like this. A leader may choose thousands of followers to the river to drink water, but he has no power to force them to drink water. At this juncture, permit me to let you know that leadership is a mindset. Followership is also a mindset. Willingness must be there. And out of multitudes, how many do you think are really willing to lead? That is where the problem lies. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. But from one of the things you said if you see a bad leader, that means they lack followership. So is it wise to say for every bad leader out there, there were once a bad follower?
This word leadership is more than the physical eye. If someone is not ready to sum up courage and embark on thorough discipline, forget it. Even if the person started well as a good leader, there's tendency for him or her to end as a bad leader. Being the fact that if he or she is not receiving or getting the expected encouragement from his followers. I emphasize, one can take a horse to the river. Millions can never force the horse to drink water. And this has been the basic realities of followership. Intentionality must be established. That, Jumoke is my leader. I wish to do better than Jumoke. And for me to do that, I must be ready to submit my entire being completely and totally to the lordship of Jumoke, because I want to be a better host than Jumoke. That is just it. The willingness must be an intentional one. Without that, forget it. So, every potential follower must foremostly be ready to have the courage to follow and courage to be disciplined in order for him to get the best out of the leader he or she is following. Thank you.
Thank you so much for this. I'm sure we all are learning, and I hope you are writing down. I hope you're jotting something down. Now, please, sir, the next question I really want to, up obstacle is, how can one discern a good leader? As a follower, how can you be so sure I am at the right place? I am following the right person. I'm learning from the right person.
Good question. Simply put, a kind will always produce its own kind. A popular plan says great minds think alike. A good follower is bound to be a good leader in the nearest future. Very important, very vital. Every follower must know him or herself and coupled with the fact that he or she should be ready to be him or herself. For an instance, I've been a regular follower of Jumoke on our show, and I strongly wish to be like her or be better or get better than her. All I need to do is for me to submit myself to her leadership. And that is my 100% responsibility. My concentration is bound to be on her without any dysfunctional reasons. Despite all odds, because I want people to see me talking like Jumoke Obusada. And that is where the conviction lies. Remember, the way to success is always under construction. I will, I can, I must succeed. So by so doing and in so doing, it will naturally rub. The best act of impartation is submission. And submission is willingness. until you are willing, my will shall keep prevailing. And if my will keep prevailing, there is no how I will be able to submit to Olajumoke's will, which is a pointer to my desire. So this has been the major obstacles among followers. They want to be like so-so person, but they are not ready to pay the price. And the school of thought says, he that will succeed is he or she that desire to follow the activities of those who have already succeeded. As simple as ABC. I don't know if I'm making sense.
Please say it again, sir. He that will succeed
Is he or she that is ready to follow the qualities of those who have already succeeded. I don't want to sound spiritual. If you're a Christian, you agree with me that Elisha willingly, voluntarily submitted to the lordship of his master, Prophet Elijah. And we all know the end of the story. And that was the reason why I was able to perform double portion. Everything his spiritual father did, made. It still works. It still works. Followership is the ultimate. One thing is to have a good leader. If the followers are in billions and they are unwillingly, forget it, nothing will happen. Nothing will happen. Thank you.
Wow, that is deep and that is educative. I'm so sure we are learning new things. Now, sir, you said we must, if we have a leader as a follower, we have to, want to be like our leader, want to do better than our leader. But then it brings me to this question. In wanting to be like your leader, sometimes we tend to lose ourselves, as our individuality,
Okay.
And we become so much like our leader that the horse gets lost on the way. I don't know if you understand my question.
Yeah.
Okay, yes. So I don't know. How do you maintain your individuality while trying to be like your leader?
Very important. Very important question. You need to consider these 3 V's. The first one is virtue. Virtue signifies high moral standard. The second one is value. You add into yourself on a daily basis in order for you to stand out and be outstanding. And the third one is vision. The mental picture of your desired future. You have a good leader by act of providence. Thank God you are fortunate to be under such leader. The essence of having a good leader is for the people that are coming behind him or her to do more by exploit and by doing extraordinary feat. That's the essence of you having a leader. And then ultimately, no man is perfect. If a follower have these 3 aforementioned qualities, I strongly believe that he or she is bound to achieve better than his or her leader. Because with these 3 aforementioned qualities, the future is guaranteed. 100%. 100%. We have seen series in the Bible, even in the Quran, even in the secular world. A good example, Martin Luther King chanted it for years. I have a dream. I have a dream. As of today, we have witnessed few blacks that became American president. The dream is still coming to a reality. Followership is the ultimate. Thank you.
You have read it. I mean, I've learned so much in just matter of minutes. And the three that's being stated here says the virtue, the value, and the vision. So please let's keep working on ourselves, and I really hope we, imply this into our daily lives. So please we'll quickly go on a break right now, and when we come back, keep the question rolling and we will definitely answer them. So until then, please stay tuned, don't go anywhere, we'll be right back. Welcome back to Follow Uno Road, and I'm here with a man who is full of experience and wisdom. I don't think I need to say that to you again. You all have heard great teaching right here. I mean, a lot for you to hold on to for the rest of your life. Now we're going to go into it again. We have two questions right here, and I'm going to ask, and please, you can still keep your questions rolling. If we can answer it right now, we will definitely answer it in the comment section. So because of our time, we'll quickly ask the first one, which is, what if you follow a leader that does not have your interest in mind?
Wow, that's a very critical question, and I think that question is time. I must confess to you, such leaders are usually the best.
In what way, sir?
Good. Every individual should consider him or herself as a tea bag. Before a tea bag could be tearable, it must enter hot water. It takes a bad leader to bring out the good and the goodies, coupled with goodness in you. I emphasize, when it comes to the realization of someone's expectations, intentionality is the ultimate. For the mere fact that Jumoke take marijuana does not make me a smoker of marijuana, except if I strongly wish to do so. Of a truth, evil communication corrupts good manners. That is if I choose to. That's the reason why basic education is very vital. You can't dash me my rights. I know my right. There's no perfect leader anyway. Everyone have is a shortfall. But if truly I'm in my right senses, I should know how to abound and how to abase. I should have a standard and I should know my boundaries. Hear this. To every saint, there is a past. To every sinner, there is a future. Out of all relationship, duality is abound. Negative, positive, good, and bad. I stand to be corrected, but mind you, day by day knowledge increases. If you are not original, it's a matter of time you'll be exposed. Be original as a good follower. And the shortfalls, the flaws of your leader, as far as I'm concerned, they are nothing but barrier to ignore. You know where you are coming, you know where you are, and I believe you know where you are going, and that's settled it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Wow, he said to every saint there is a past, and to every sinner there is a future. Now be original and focus. Wow, that's deep. And like you said, for if you have a bad leader, just focus. Keep learning from him and don't focus on the bad ones. If you do, that means you also have it in mind to do so. Now, but please, for the rounding up, we have lots of youths today who do not want to learn, who just want to be a leader. They don't want to follow. I mean, if we look around us now, we hardly have young ones who go to workshop to be an apprentice. Everyone just want to make it big. Everyone just want to be a boss overnight. What can you really say to them? Like the importance of being a follower. Because if we just have leaders with no followers, what kind of future do we have? Please share more light on that, sir.
Whether we like it or not, give or take, life is a learning field. You need to learn. You need to unlearn, you need to relearn. Life is a learning field. And what we don't know, we don't know. It's a matter of time. Nemesis, karma, will soon catch up with such youth. The essence of being a youth is for you to be youthful and useful. You don't want to be useless in the nearest future. In regards to that, I think such potential youth should be thoroughly disciplined. And anyone that chooses to go his way, he or she should be ready to face the consequence. No one is superior to principle. And the easiest way, which is also an understanding way, to overcome and overrule all form of ridicule is you embracing principle. And this has been the major reason why leadership has become a scarce commodity. Because followers, most of the followers are yet to understand the reality of leadership. And don't blame them, because for anyone to be an understanding follower, he or she must understand the act of leadership. Basically, leading, leader, and leadership. Self-leadership, if you have the thorough understanding, without anybody teaching you or telling you how to go about it, you will agree with me that for anyone to become a good follower with an aspiration to become an outstanding leader in the next future, he or she must be ready to know himself, be himself. In so doing, he or she will naturally, voluntarily embark on what I call self-leadership. And if you have led yourself well, it will be very, very easy for you to submit to your leader. Simple as service.
All right, you all have heard it all, and I'm sure one or two things have sunk into your heart. Now it is time to go. But before we go, sir, do you have any advice for all the youngsters out there, for everyone who wants to be a leader tomorrow?
Thank you, Olajumoke. The first thing, they should try as much as possible to make up their spiritual and body, to be a goal setter and a go-getter. They should also have this mentality of being a going person. A going person is a current person, because being current is the currency of life. And the grand finale, they should try as much as possible to be a yes person. A yes person is whether your leader recognizes you or just not recognizes you, just be a yes person. If your leader is saying shut up, ready to say shut up. If your leader is saying stand up, you should be ready to stand up. That is the essence of being a yes person. With these three aforementioned, being a going person, which is an act of you being current. The second thing, being a yes person. And the last one, go setter and a go-getter, which simply means you have a target. Shoot it, you get the target.
Well, thank you so much. So we've been blessed this morning, and I'm very sure you all have. And I'm speaking on your behalf because I can testify to this, that my head is booming over a whole lot of things right now. Now, please, until we come again next week, please let all these things impact your daily life, into your business, your career, your marriage, everywhere, every area of life. All these things can be implemented even into your spiritual life. So please, let's all try and, like he said, our practical practitioner said, he said we need to learn, unlearn and relearn, and that is exactly what we're doing here today. So please, and lastly, kindly follow us on all of our platforms, on TikTok, on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram. It is View Radio. I mean, you can't miss this for anything. And what better way to have it? And do not miss all of our segments with our very practical practitioner, because we'll be here next week again with a mind-blowing, mind-busting topic. So stay blessed until I see you next. Bye.